Hi guys, I'm back. And a song just jumped into my head. John Legend, round two now. We danced to that on our wedding night, on our at our wedding. Round two. So this is round two. This is we're on June 3rd. Yes, right? June 3rd. Yeah. So that means I will be 3 days ahead, 4 days ahead. 31st, first, second, third. Yeah, 4 days ahead. And I'm trying to get to a week ahead. And this way that will allow me to do other things, because there's other things I want to talk to on this channel, and I need to grow this channel. But I am so grateful that you got up and studied with me. And then remember, I'm going to come back on my other channel, and we're going to talk about my 7th year wedding anniversary. My husband and I celebrated 7 years this month, May, and it's been 7 wonderful years. Wonderful years. And I just want to share a little bit about because the 7 year, people are, girl, you know what they say about the 7 year itch. I don't believe that, honey. I don't speak any negativity in my marriage or in my life. Okay. So I just want to talk about how to avoid the 7 year itch, and what we can do, especially for my single sisters that you're not married yet. You still have time to choose right, to choose correctly. And for those ladies that's married, I'll give you guys a few hints. Okay. So we're back in 2 Samuel 20, 2 Samuel chapter 20. And this is where King David is back at the palace. And this chapter is one of those chapters in the Bible that I don't like, okay? I just don't like it. Why is this not connecting? Please tell me I'm on the right channel, sweet Jesus. This is one of those chapters in the Bible that I'm not really fond of. It hurts my soul because people had to die. Yes, I'm on the right channel. I don't like this chapter. Okay. So turn your Bibles to 2 Samuel 20, 2 Samuel 20. Give me 1 second. Let me get my other phone. Thank you guys for those thumbs up. Thanks for coming in. Say hi. Let me know you're here with me. Hey. Let me know you're here with me. Let me know you're here with me. Ooh. And let me just say this. People are rioting. And you're burning, not you, but burning people's business down. I just saw a man, used to be firefighter. Why is this thing not connected? That his whole life savings, he saved up to open up his business. Because that's what we want, right? We want people to be entrepreneurs. We want people to open up our business. We don't want to work for other people for the rest of our lives. And it is encouraged that you open up a business. Well, this man opened up a business, a bar, a lounge or something. Firefight. I just saw it on the news. I got to donate to him. It says coming soon. He didn't even open it yet. The poor man's business is burned to the ground. And the wife, I'm assuming that's the wife. I hope that's the wife, said they were in the front cleaning and people were coming in the back looting. And she's like, this is our business. This is a Black-owned business. They didn't care. And, I went upstairs just now with my husband, and he was like, we can peacefully protest. We are to peacefully protest. But why we're burning down our communities. It don't make no sense to me. This is your community. This is where you live. But you're burning down your community that you live in, that you have to come back to, that you got to bring your kids home to. You're burning it down. Now you tell me what sense that makes. What sense does it make for me, God forbid, I live in the city of Newark. Y'all know about the 1960s, the riots, right? Burn down the whole city. And look how long it took for Newark to come back. Newark is finally, morning, Sheila. Good morning. Newark is finally coming back. But guess what? Newark is becoming so expensive. They put these condos downtown. We can't afford them. A studio apartment is $2,200. We have a big old 4-bedroom house, and our mortgage and insurance and taxes is not $2,200 a month. And a studio apartment downtown Newark is $2,200. We can't afford that. My husband and I, we can't even afford a studio apartment in one of those apartment buildings. Because now they're coming back and they're pushing out all the little people. And Newark is hot commodity right now. Like everybody is trying to buy in this city, try to get a piece of property. We have this house. We holding on to it as long as we can. I told Mike, buy me a dream house with my bathroom. I have to have my own bathroom. But Newark is hot commodity now and pushing out all the little people. We can't afford nothing downtown Newark. Shaq put up his condo. We can't afford it. Right across from my job, can't afford it. They're building a little city. We're not going to be able to afford it. So Newark is building up, but it's not for us. It's not for the regular working people. So to me, it just doesn't make sense that we're burning down our cities. That poor man, I'm going to go in there and donate to him and his wife. I hope that's the wife. I think that's the wife. His whole life savings, he was a farmer firefighter, saved his whole life savings to open up a business, build the business. Corona happened. He has the sign up there, coming soon, and they burned that down. That poor man didn't even get to open the business. And now people say, well, they got insurance. Well, what if the insurance doesn't repay all that hard work, because now his business is going to be back a year. You know what I mean? He needs to open up his business so he can provide for his family. He can't open up his business. There is no money coming in while he's fixing his business. So him and his family is going to be hungry. Because when you plan, you say the business say, okay, we're going to take a year. We're going to take a year to get it to where you want it, and maybe 3 months to kind of get into it. And maybe by about 6 months, you can carry the business on your own. So now what is this man and his family supposed to do? It just that they burned down a bank. How do you burn a bank down? How do you burn a bank? What did the bank do to you? I don't understand it. I just don't understand it. I do not understand it. God, give us wisdom, Jesus. Give us wisdom. So all the money in the bank is gone. Dumb. Just dumb. But anyways, while we are to peacefully protest, we are according to the law, we can peacefully protest, but what? Stop. Let's stop burning down our cities, please. What it look like the people in the Bible burning down Jerusalem, and that's where they live. Then you burn it down and you complain how the mayor and the governor is not coming to fix it up. You burned it down. All right. 2 Samuel chapter 20. We are on June 3rd. Thank you, fruitful wife. Thank you. Makes no sense, right? They had, with the 1960 riots, they had, I saw some pictures of families standing in their windows with guns to say, I live here. Why would you want to come burn my house down? Huh? My coworker house got burned down. It was almost a year before her and her family could get back in there. We have to be passing the envelope at the job to help her help her with some extra money so that they can be comfortable. Almost a year in a hotel because her house burned down. No fault of their own. It just doesn't, it don't make no sense. It don't. But anyways, I just want to, let's stop the looting. We want justice for Mr. Floyd and his family and everyone else. As women of color, I talk to my husband. I pray daily, and my little black boy, we have to pray. And we want things to get better. When a police officer pull us over, we don't want. My girlfriend said her husband, she got pulled over, her husband, and the cop had his hand on the gun, and he walked up to the window, pulled out his gun, and said, "Give me your driver's license." He said he was trembling so much. We don't want that to happen to us. We shouldn't have to have the talk. I have the talk with my husband. I have to have the talk with my son when he gets older to understand we shouldn't have to do that. But that's what we have to do. All right, 2 Samuel 20. Let me read and get through this lesson because I'm going to come back on my other channel. 2 Samuel chapter 20. And I took down this, I shared on my other class. I'm in New Jersey, fruitful wife. Where are you? Our wedding, my husband's church do this. When you get married, they have one of these, okay? At my father's church, it is called the salt ceremony. And so my father had salt in both, and he poured it in one. We both, husband, wife, poured. Oh, Georgia, oh, honey, that's where your governor said, this is the city of Martin Luther King. We don't do that here. It's terrible, huh? Burning down, terrible. Kimberly, good morning, Kimberly. Good morning. On my way to the office. Have a great day. Thank you, Kimberly. I love you. Thank you. Kimberly, you guys should be getting your packages. If you didn't get them yet, which I'm assuming you didn't because you didn't say you did, you should be getting them. Hopefully you'll get it today. So I said, when my father did it, I said, makes sense, right? But at my husband's church, this is when the pastor was telling us what's going to happen. He said, we're going to do the salt sermon. And in my head, I'm thinking, wait, hold up. That's not how we do it at my daddy's church. We're not at my daddy's church. We're at this church. And he said, even though you are one, you are different. Hallelujah. I said, I like that, Pastor. I like you. And she said, if you have to separate the pink from the white, it's going to take you forever. He said, remember, in marriage, you are one, but you are different, and you need to learn and understand your differences. I thought that was powerful. So I'm going to be talking about that on my other channel. This morning, my house is so quiet. Everybody's still in bed, and so that gives me some free time. So that's what we're going to talk about this morning. Great lesson on Absalom. You know, that's one of my favorite stories. Yes. It's just so sad. It's just so sad, y'all. It's just so sad, still. It's so sad. All right. So we're on June 3rd lesson, and we're in 2 Samuel. And as I said earlier, if you didn't hear me, this is one of those chapters in the Bible I don't like. I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay. So King David is back, and they're fighting over him. Okay. He's from the tribe of Judah. When you hear Judah, I want you to remember King David and Jesus. When you hear the tribe of Benjamin, I want you to remember Saul. Meanwhile, verse 14, 2 Samuel chapter 20, Sheba traveled through all, and Joab just killed somebody else. Joab just killed somebody else, okay? Meanwhile, Sheba traveled through all the tribes of Israel and eventually came to the town of Abel. I'm not going to say all that name. All the members of his own clan, the Bichrites, assembled for battle and followed him into the town. When Joab's forces arrived, they attacked Abel-Path. They built a siege ramp against the town's fortification. And began battering down the walls. But a wise woman in the town called out to Joab, listen to me, Joab. Come over here so I can talk to you. As he approached, a woman asked, are you Joab? I am, he replied. So she said, listen carefully to your servant. I am listening, he said. Then she continued, there used to be a saying,